Hello, and welcome to Stitching with My Kitties, floss tube number 28. I'm Patty Penn, and today is Sunday, 4 May 2025. I'm so glad that you're joining me today. For those of you that are returning, thank you very, very much. And for anybody new to my channel, I hope you like what you see and that you will subscribe and like my video. Again, welcome everyone. I have a lot to talk about today. Stitch West last weekend was amazing. I had the absolute best time. However, there was some question of whether I was actually going to get to Salt Lake City Airport on Thursday as planned. When I got to the airport, got to the boarding area, got to the gate, and they came on and said that there's a weather delay, that Dallas was having bad thunderstorms. So they postponed the flight for, I think, about an hour and a half. Anyway, I went back to the lounge and decided that I would have a Bloody Mary because I was probably going to need it. And sent Niecy Lynn a text, and Judy, my sweet friend Judy in Texas, sent her a text. Well, Judy immediately jumped on the internet to American Airlines site and was trying to figure out what other flights I could take to make sure that I arrived in Salt Lake City on Thursday, because it was just a mess. And a little while later, I got a text from Niecy saying that the flight out of Dallas to Salt Lake had been delayed, so not to worry. So we went back and forth, and I went back down to the gate. They again postponed it. I alerted everybody. Judy jumped back on the internet. Niecy was already at the airport by that time. And by the way, she had absolutely no issues getting through TSA. Yay! Way to go, Niecy. I had sent her a list of what to do as soon as she got her boarding ticket. And she followed my instructions and made it through. Well, after I got through TSA, I realized that I had not taken off my watch. And I was lucky I didn't get, they didn't, the alarms didn't go off. So, to make a long story short, I finally got on the flight. We finally took off. I don't even remember what time it was. And I was texting Niecy to let her know that, we were on, because I had Wi-Fi on the airplane. And about halfway through the flight, which was very bumpy almost the entire way, I got an email from American Airlines saying that they had rescheduled me to fly on Friday on the same flight number and time because I wasn't going to make my connection. Well, I immediately start having heart attacks. I mean, I was just like, how can that be? I don't want, you got to give me a chance to, get on another American flight. I was really starting to get frustrated. And so I had talked to the lady in the lounge, when I had returned to the lounge, that, I had a connecting flight. Was it going to be okay? She said that she would arrange to have an electric golf cart, essentially, meet me at the gate to take me to my other gate, because it was 11 gates. I think I came in on like gate 39, and I had to get to gate 28. And after we landed, they were already boarding. So luckily, I was the first one off the plane. I went running down the jetway as best I could. I can't run because my foot is still bothering me quite a bit. So I get out into the concourse. I see an electric car. I said, can you take me to gate 28? I got to get there. They're boarding the plane already. He said, absolutely. So off we go. And I'm so glad I didn't try to walk it, because there would be no way I had made it. Absolutely, I would not have made it had I walked. I forgot how huge DFW is. I probably haven't flown through DFW in about 20 years. We lived in Texas. We were stationed at Fort Cavazos twice for a total of almost 10 years. So, flying out of DFW a lot of times made more sense, even though we had to drive, I guess, about 2.5 hours rather than going to Austin, which the airport was downtown at that time. Anyway, so, I felt like we landed in Fort Worth and drove the plane to Dallas. It took forever to taxi to the gate. So anyway, I get to the gate and they're calling for I think it was group 9 to board, I think. And so I go running up to the lanes 1 through 4. I presented my boarding pass. And about that time, I looked up, and there was Niecy. She had been standing back, wanting to make sure I got on the plane. And I went, Niecy! And we both started to run to each other, and the gate lady went bananas. She yelled at us, and you can't go this way. You'll set off all sorts of... Well, Niecy coming out would not have set off any alarms. People that work at the airport, that work for Americans, were coming and going. So she just flat out lied, which pissed me off. So I said, no, I did not reschedule. American did. I'm here. Here's my boarding pass. Let me sit down. She said, well, would you be willing to ride in coach? I said, I just need to get on the plane. Come to find out, they had sold my seat to an upgrade. So it took probably almost 20 minutes to get this all straightened out. While I was waiting, there was another couple from my same flight out of DC that they had given their seats away too. And the lady said, would you mind if we separated you? We don't have anything for you together. I said, well, put them together and give me the odd seat. She looked at me and she said, be quiet. Let me handle this. I don't know why I didn't totally lose it. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that American Airlines allowed their employees, that our flight paid their salary, to treat us like that. Absolutely unacceptable, inexcusable, very bad on American Airlines. So anyway, finally, they get my seat cleared. I don't know. I guess they told the person that had upgraded, you got to go back to your original seat. I don't know. Anyway, I got on. I was the very last passenger onto the jet. We had some turbulence pretty much the entire way, but it wasn't too terribly bad, but I couldn't stitch. It was just, there was no way I was going to be able to cross stitch on the flight. Either one, from DC to DFW or DFW to Salt Lake City. So we got there. Sweet Anne, who called me and said, I know you have the Leela's Studio Peace on Earth Quaker. I would like to stitch that for you. I didn't understand what she said. I said, oh yeah, you can borrow my chart. I'm not going to stitch it right away. She said, no, I want to stitch it for you. What a wonderful gesture. So anyway, I took the pattern. I was going to get the linen and the flosses. I was just going to buy the flosses for, just so we had new skeins and my linen. And Anne was going to pick out a piece of linen for herself at Shepherd's Bush. Well, because we were so late leaving DFW, they were already closed. So I told Ann, she said, well, just, pick out what you want and then you can just send it to me. So we got that worked out. I did not get any linen at Shepherd's Bush. Niecy and I went on Friday and again on Saturday, and it was packed. The line was very long. They were so efficient, though. I mean, they knew if, like Niecy Lynn. By the way, Niecy Lynn, I'm still upset that you got both of the last patterns on Kim Deal's new project bags. I'm just going on record as saying that wasn't nice. Anyway, I did have one piece of fabric cut, and that did take a little while, but they were restocking. They were, if you like, I'll show you a little later on in haul. I wanted to kit up a pattern that I saw. She knew exactly where it was. She pulled it. We got the fabric, everything. Perfect. So anyway, long story short, I still don't have linen for Peace on Earth by Leela Studio. Dreama Needlecraft Corner is having Atomic Ranch trunk show in June. So I think I'm going to wait and see what they have. Although my other LNS in Stitches here in Alexandria are going to start carrying Mason linen. So I'm really kind of torn. Anne really likes to stitch on 32. That's a very large chart. She did say, I took her some of my fabric flare, 36 count even weave. And she did tell me she could stitch on that and that she enjoyed that. So I need to call her this afternoon and just find out, can I send her 36 count even weave? And so, we'll get that all figured out. I'm not worried. I just still am amazed that she is such a wonderful person and a beautiful stitcher that she's going to stitch that for me. And speaking of beautiful stitcher, and you just did too much, but she gave me a few gifts. We exchanged gifts when we got to the hotel in Ogden. And, I forgot to say, her sweet friend Cheryl, poor thing, she got, they got there before we landed at the airport, and Cheryl had volunteered to drive Ann to the airport, pick us up, and drive us to Ogden, and then they were going to go back home after dinner. So Cheryl had, in the back seat, we had water, we had a bee dish towel, and of course I left mine downstairs, I can't show you, and Cheryl had also put in 2 wonderful chocolate bars. So, Cheryl, thank you so much. Again, we are just such a giving community. And Cheryl doesn't cross-stitch, but she is a card maker and a scrapbooker. So, Niecy Lynn and I gave her a big scrapbook kit. So, I hope she is enjoying that. But anyway, Anne stitched me this pen pillow, Summer. And look at that. Look at her stitching. It's beautiful. Absolutely perfection. And I just love this little pillow. It's just so pretty. So she gave me that. And she knitted a bird for us. Niecy Lynn got one too. And of course, I love all colorful things. So I think I'm not going to put this on the Christmas tree. I think I'm going to display it probably in one of my Stitchy boxes. And we'll get to that in just a few minutes. Then Anne is also a paper crafter, and she made this cute little book. And it is so adorable. It just, look at this. Really? Is it fantastic or what? And she wrote me a little note. I'm not going to share it, but here's my little note. So, Anne, you're just wonderful. And to top it all off, Anne knitted and beaded, Niecy one and me one, a little tiny coin up. I don't know even if it's a coin purse. So I originally was going to put it on an acrylic stand in our china cabinet. But I was up here earlier this morning and I looked over and I have a plum colored Stitchy box. Now this is not turned into a Stitchy box yet. It's still a jewelry case. But will that not be perfect in here? Perfect. I am just so excited. Now I'm going to have to do this one next. That's another story. So, Anne, thank you so much for everything, and especially your friendship. And Cheryl, thank you. It was so great seeing you both and getting to spend some time with you when we had dinner. And then Cheryl's granddaughter, I forget where they were, but she was in a dance competition against other countries, and they won top spot, and we got to see it. Cheryl was able to log into, on her cell phone, the recording, well, not record, well, I guess they probably were recording it, but the actual presentation of the awards. So she had seen the dance while they were waiting on us to land. She and Anne got to see that on her cell phone. And then we were finishing up dinner and it was time for the awards. So we got to share in that too. And that was amazing. Amazing. Just wow. Oh, and one other thing. I'm a tatter, although I haven't tatted in quite a while because the tatting shuttle that I like makes noise when you reel the thread out, and it drives my husband crazy because he can't stand noises. He has very sensitive hearing. Yes, he was a tanker for 28 years in the Army. He always wore his hearing protection, and he hears much better than I do. But Anne tatted me a bookmark. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. So I'm going to have find some place to hang it. Maybe even pin it in one of my little Stitchy boxes. We'll see. Good idea. So, and then, of course, at Stitch West, we saw lots of people that we knew. I got to talk to Dottie, the Stitch and Scotty. Dottie, the Stitch and Scotty. Dottie has Winston and Skylar, her two Scotty dogs. Winston is the black one, and I don't think he likes to be on video. And then Striker, I don't remember what color Dottie told me Striker is, but to me he's blonde, but they're both gorgeous. And if you're not watching Stitch and Scotty, I'll link her below. You've got to go and watch her. And you need to go and find her video where she showed her fully finished framed Lord's Prayer by Leela's studio that she did for her daughter. It is beautiful. So I got to see Dottie. And Christy was there, of course. Hey, Christy. Christy is the Christy is the Salty Stitcher Designs. I'll link her, of course. I'll link her YouTube, her floss tube, and I think she has an Etsy. I'll try to link all of that. But she had a table. She was a vendor. And so I got a few things. Her mother made project bags, so I had to get me a colorful, I'm not going to call it Americana, a colorful flag bag. I think it's beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. And the inside is as beautiful as the outside. So I got that, and then I got 3 scissor fobs that Christy's sister made. This is the first one. And those are little butterflies. I don't know if you can tell or not. little crystal butterflies. And I got this one because it's pink with the flamingo. And then butterflies again. This one. And I think it is beautiful. So, and I had asked Christy to kit up Maya's butterflies for me. I wanted the complete kit. It's kitted with Sulky. She stitched it with Sulky. Now, I don't have a good picture of the design because I have the PDF copy. I don't have the front page. But I tried to take a picture of the chart. And all those are the lights. I didn't even realize it until today. But I just think this is gorgeous. So that was my start at Stitch West. Well, like I said, I've already I can't get to the flosses. I was going to show you the sulky colors. But the call for is 32 count Belfast linen dyed by Forbidden Fiber Co. in the colorway Frosted Lilac. And I had already decided that I wanted to use Fabrics Flare Damask Butterflies to stitch it on. So this is my start. Whoops, here, this way. This is my start. I'm stitching 1/2. Now this is 36 count. And some people at the table said they didn't like stitching on 36 count with Sulky. I like it. I think it does not look too bulky to me. And I just think it's going to be beautiful. So this is one of my whips, works in progress. Yes, I have 6 of them. I did not bring Jessie Challenor up because I have not stitched on her in the last 2 weeks. So I'm doing the Mystery Sow Cloister Garden with Fox and Rabbit that they do. They release one part of the pattern every month. And I'm stitching this on 40 count Verdal by Zweigart. And the floss is a Cottage Garden Floss Forget-Me-Not. So I'm really pleased. I got the March finished up, which were these 4 corners and there. I got that finished up on the 29th of March. So I still have to do May, but I'm trying to put in all but the last 5 or 6 stitches in We the People by Salty Stitcher Designs. Table 24, we're doing this together. This fabric is Americana Stars by Fabric Flare. This is 32 count because I wanted to do the 1/1. Well, I started the last section of 1/1, got disgusted because I was having trouble with the tension. So I skipped down and put red in rather than the white or the cream. This is actually eggshell. This is Manor Red. And the blue field is going to be Freedom by, I think that's Gast. And these are Classic Colorworks. So I had to frog all of it out. So it was this much, but it was up too high. Had to frog it out. And then, so since whatever day that was, I don't even remember, I've gotten a lot in. So I've gotten that. This is another section. Now I'm going to finish up the rest of the white, and it ends, our eggshell, it ends about here. And then there's another little bit of red. So I didn't bring the pattern up, I'm sorry. But we're going to table 24. We're all going to meet, or we'll all be at StitchCon Weekend B, and we're going to put our last few stitches in and ring the bell together. And then my last whip that I have to show you is 324 by Works by ABC. Now, I started this on March 24th, 324. And I was doing one section a day. Well, oh, hello, Duke. Please, come on up. Don't shake the table anymore. But I got off. I don't know what happened. Sorry about the thread. But I got sidetracked with Let Freedom Ring. No, excuse me. We the People. And so I will get back and catch up with this once I get We the People completed. So, like I hinted out earlier, I have a new rabbit hole. Niecy Lynn, last year at StitchCon, brought me a Stitchy box, and I use it constantly. Well, then I was watching Sweetwater Stitcher, that's Jessica, and she had a tutorial on how she does her Stitchy boxes. Okay, thank you, Niecy Lynn. Thank you, Jessica, because I now have another rabbit hole, like I needed another one. So I did this one yesterday, and I can't close it because I have it arranged, but this is Lady Dot Creates Palms, and I did post a picture of this on Instagram yesterday. And then here is all my goodies. The scissor fob is from Siggy's Closet. It was one of my monthly Stitchy box things that came in the mail. I don't remember what month that was. And then the floss ring in the middle, that's another Siggy's Closet that came in the February box. I made these floss drops out of some Anna Griffin cards. This little box here is what my Kohana pins came in. I have a gray canister with pink pins and a pink mini scissor. I'll show you the blue set that I have. This is going to go with another box, but I didn't bring that up either. It's downstairs by my Stitchy spot. So just a couple things in here. This is a mother of pearl bird cage. I think I've shown that before. Then this is, can you see? I can't see where I'm at here. Let me put this down before I drop everything. Dritz, I forget where I saw it, but Dritz had these very beautiful needle threaders, and there was a mushroom one, a deer, and a bird. So I put the bird in with this box because I had the bird cage. So let me kind of get this one out of the way. Then I came upstairs yesterday afternoon, a little later on, started a second Stitchy box. Now, this one, the top is not glued yet because I have put in an order through Lady Dot Creates Etsy shop. I want some beige pom-pom trim to go around just like on the pink one. So this is not glued down yet, but this is the inside. Let me get it rearranged again. This is the inside. So, well, my little floss ring, my little mother of pearl floss ring fell down. This is a little Stacy Nash ruler. It's 3 inches, and it says, another day, another frog. And of course, I had to put a frog in here with it. Hopefully, it will keep me from having to frog. And then this was from this Crazy Annie's and Siggy's box, Stitchy box, and some counting pins. And this is the gray Kohana box that my gray pins came in. So this has just been so much fun. So then I had to do a third one. And I wanted the one that I just showed you, that's the black box. That's the box that actually came in the monthly Stitchy box series or subscription. So then I decided I wanted to go ahead and do my blue one. So again, it's not glued on yet because I needed palms to go around it. I didn't have any that were the right shade. And then this is the inside. So you can see I forgot to order the pins. So I've ordered the blue pins. More pins, counting pins that I made. Here's the little sheath for the scissors. Of course, a blue frog. And then this I got at Shepherd's Bush. It's a little ruler. So I am just having a blast with these boxes. I just can't get enough of them. So I have ordered some more boxes. Like you've already seen the plum colored one. I will probably work on that next weekend. So, and also I rounded out my mesh bags that Shepherd's Bush has all the patterns that you stitch on the mesh bags. Niecy Lynn found some finishing kits that they have. So I'll show you that later, but I've got to put in an order for that. And I ordered the zippets that I need also when I was putting in my order with Lady Doc Creates. My book of days. I finished up March. Let's see. No. This is May, isn't it? I've been thinking all along it's April. I don't know if I said that this was the 5th of April or 5th of May when I started this. It is Sunday, 5 May 20... No, it is Sunday. It is Sunday, 4 May 2025. Whatever I said at the beginning, I hope I was right. I probably was wrong. But this is my book of days for April. I had lots and lots of fun with it. And I have started May, of course. So here is floss tubes and just some stickers throughout. So I'm keeping up with my book of days this year. I'm really proud of myself. Excuse me. My throat's getting dry. Okay, well, Shepherd's Bush was the guest designer at Stitch West. So, we got 2 things from them. Hang on. We got the new pattern for the mini. I'm going to take this out of the... I'm going to take this out of the plastic. I'm sorry, I meant to do it before I started, and I forgot these 2 patterns. This goes along with the sampler bag. The sampler bag that they're doing. I got a small start, but I'm going to frog all of this. I wanted to try a pin stitch for the beginning, and it worked. It's very secure, but I don't like it because it's fuzzy. And so I'm going to rip it out and do an away waist knot to stitch my mesh bag. And then here's the pattern. It's Peace. And I think it's beautiful. Got that bee skip. Of course, you know I'm into my bees. And we also made a zipper pull while we were there. This is the first thing we did when we got our gift bags. Gift bag. It wasn't a project bag. It was a gift bag. I'm trying to get this bow right. But we made this cute little zipper pull with beads and a little sheep. Now I'm going to cut these ends off. In fact, I'm going to leave this out so that I will remember to, I'm going to trim the ends and fray check them. Then we got this Hope pin pillow or pin cushion. We got the chart and then 3 buttons that go with it. Along with the finishing supplies. Now, we did not get floss or the linen or even weave or Ada. So that was a lot of fun. And they had really good instructions on how to do the zipper pull. And then we got the Pearl 5s. Pearl Cotton number 5. All of them are DMC except for this one, and that is Weeks. And I believe it's Artichoke. I'm not positive. If you're really interested, let me know and I'll look it up for you. So that was what we got from Shepherd's Bush on Saturday evening, and it was a lot of fun. So then I have some table gifts from some very generous people at the event, the retreat. The first one, now I've already told you, I've lived in Texas almost 10 years of my life. This is from Heidi. And it's a thread bed and with a little needle threader. And she also gave us 2 little bobbin loops or thread loops, or some people use them on their, what do you call that? Q-snaps. So Heidi, thank you so much. Let me show you her card. So again, thank you, Heidi. This was so nice. And I love thread beds. I use them with every single project. And then, unfortunately, I don't know who gave me a lot of things. A lot of people just left it at the table, just anonymously. But I got Stitch West 25, zipper pull, or it could be a scissor fob. And then look at this. Is this cute? A little clothespin that looks like Frosty. I love it. I love it. And then someone else, and I think that these 3 things were together. I'm not positive about this. If I put this in the bag by mistake, and if you happen to be watching this and you gave me this table gift, please shoot me a note below so that I can give you proper credit. But I love this spool. And then, of course, some floss drops, some Santa floss drops. I just think they're so cute. So floss drops were a big hit this year at the Spring Stitch West. So that's another gift. And then Dottie, the Stitch and Scotty, gave me this. Her daughter put these together, I think she said. So a great little pouch to put in your project bag. And it had all sorts of wonderful stuff. I got a Stitching Scotty sticker. I'm going to put this in my book of days. We got buttons and a needle threader. And look at this needle threader. I mean, I never would have thought to do this, but you've got to see it. Oh, it's not a needle threader. It's oh, you can stick it. I think this is a sticky dot with paper over it. But look, they put a button on there. Is that cute or what? And then another button. Hold on. Got to get my glasses. Because, you know, I wear glasses. I don't wear contacts any longer. But I don't like that blue reflection, so I take them off. But then I can't read. And then, oh, this is so cute. It's handmade with love. I hope you can see that. And then some other buttons and bulb safety pins. So that was in this little bag. Then we got a nice seam ripper, and the other end is a needle threader. So ripper and needle threader. Now I think I'm going to use this at my sewing machines because I occasionally do need a needle threader if I'm doing handwork, and I'm not. Yes, and I do need a seam ripper. Then we got a cute little, this can be a keychain or put it on a project bag, a little key, little fob, and then a little point protectors. So this was all just so cute and sweet, and thank you so much, Dottie. Can't wait to see you at Stitch West. Then Niecy Lynn made us all books. Now, Julie, hi, we missed you. I hope we get to see you at the fall Stitch West. I think you told me you're signed up for it. So Niecy had to make me a pink one, of course. And then here's a little envelope for notes. You can put pictures there, pictures there, pictures there, and then we have a note, a little sticky note also. So this is so cute. Niecy, thank you for making it in pink. You know it's my favorite color. And then Susan was at our table. We knew Susan from, I guess, Stitch West in the fall. I don't think it was StitchCon. Susan, I think it was Stitch West last fall. Anyway, she gave us a retreat survival bag. Now, I have already, as soon as I got the bag, I opened it up and took the little package of Kleenex out because I needed to blow my nose. Well, then I also had to make notes because I needed to make notes on what all I wanted to talk about on my floss tube today. Along with, I had some notes written down about Maya's butterfly, the colors that I was using. She gave us a pen. You know, sticky notes aren't any good if you don't have anything to write with on the sticky notes. We got a needle threader. We got a cute little emery board. You know, I'm always, hold on, I dropped something. Sorry. Okay, where did it fall? Did it fall in here? Okay, I cannot find it. It's not here. Oh, it didn't fall out. It was me. I just imagined that it fell out. She gave us a beautiful dinky die. And my favorite tool, if you've got a frog, she gave us 2 of these brushes. So, yay. Love it, love it, love it. So, I think I'm going to put this with my other retreat I have a retreat bag that I have started for StitchCon in June. I think it's like starts the 18th of June. I'm going to put this in there because it's so handy. And then one of my table mates gave us floss drops. And she makes them out of cards and calendars. So I got this set, and then she also had some left over and offered me another set. And these are all florals and beautiful colors. So thank you so much. That might have been Michelle. I'm not positive. But thank you. And then, of course, this is Karen. Hold on. May your frogging be minimal is what it says. And she is Aunt Karen's Creations on Instagram. Now look at that frog. And of course, yes, it was my favorite color. That was just by chance, but that's okay. Then I don't know who gave me this, but thank you very much. It is beautiful. Look at all the different charms on here. I love it. I love it. Can't wait to use it. On my the first bag that we got at Shepherd's Bush on Friday, they also attached this, a cute little card with a needle. So that was very nice. Excuse me, my nose is running. And then Vintage Cottage Stitchers gave us this. It is a, I don't know if it's just a needle threader or, it's a tail hook. It's a tail tool. You stick it through and then you can pull your thread in through. So that will go in my pink Stitchy box. Let me put that over there. I don't know who gave me this. I was walking around letting people pick out, I'm into these resin scissor fobs or whatever you want to call them. And I just had a box of them. I was walking around letting people choose one if they would like. And somebody gave me this cute sheep. And it says Ba. And I think she told me she did have to buy the sheep shape. And then she just wrapped the chenille around it. Isn't that adorable? And I don't know who gave me this, but this is right up my alley. Pink and bunny together, and also a beautiful strawberry. So each of these will go into a Stitchy box also. Let's see. Let's see, who is this? Oh, beckadoodles.com. Isn't that the cutest needle minder? Isn't that adorable? And then here's the back. beckadoodles.com. And here's her. Let me take this off so you can, if you want to get that screenshot. So let me put this back together. Then Lori made these. It says, this little sheep was created and stitched just for you. May she be a reminder of a wonderful weekend spent with beautiful stitchers. Lori Humphrey. She made over 200 of these. 200. Stitched them, finished them. Lori, thank you. Thank you. Then Live and Die LA had some short ends, or I'm not sure exactly what you call them, but she was passing out little hanks of dyed silk. I got another tool, and this one is pink with a pink topper. Cute, cute, cute. And then when we checked in on Friday morning, everybody was given one of these ruler boxes. Now, I have not had one, or I've never gotten one. So, I am so excited. And then on Saturday, Kef and Debbie walked around and gave everybody one of these. So, I'm going to put this in a Stitchy box also, so I'll always have a remembrance of what a good time I had. So, that was all the table gifts. Now, Smalls Exchange. It was, I'll just have to show you. This was from Debbie Buchanan. And she was at table 23. And here's the little, this was on the outside of the bag. And, I love these, so I had to keep it. She made a needle book, but not just any needle book. Look at that. It's beautiful. Here's the inside with a little heart. But most importantly, look at the finish. A bead stitched on each part of the zig and zag. Is it beautiful or what? Just gorgeous. And it had a pack of bow and needles. So Debbie, thank you so much. I love it. Now, I have quite a bit of haul. Most of it is over here to my right. I cleaned off one of my rolling carts so that I could put stuff in it, so I'd have some place to put things. Oh, and Niecy Lynn got me this. I can't remember. It was from Stitch West this fall. I forget whose niece it was. Was it Donna? I don't remember. But this is another thread tail tucker. It came in this cute little box. And then here is the information if you want to take a screenshot. I think that's coming through. And I'll link it in the notes below. But it is a two-part or a two-piece. You run this underneath your threads, and then you can use the little hook to pick them up and pull them through and then slide it out. This is ingenious. I love it. So, Niecy, thank you for getting me this. Niecy was always turning up with stuff. You know, like twice, 3 times a day, giving me stuff. Thank you, Niecy. So, I think the first person I saw with a Winterberry box was Nicola Parkman. Oops, now everything's falling over. So, you know, I'm a member of the Sampler Guild of the Rockies. So for our stitch piece, or our symposium maybe is the good word, it wasn't really a retreat. It was a one day. But anyway, so we got the chart and the floss and the linen. And I showed that last time. And it was an exclusive from Shakespeare's Peddler. But also in our box, we got a Winterberry, red Winterberry notebook in the front, lined. And then in the back, plain. And I was so excited when I saw it. So I put it in my little 3-tier rolling tray that I have in the family room that I roll my cross stitch back and forth. Can you see those little indentions? You see those little indentions? Daisy May. No doubt, Daisy May. She got in trouble. Not really. But I'm like, Daisy, did you have to do my brand new Winterberry little note card? She did. So I went to Hobby House website and I had to get me 2 lavender cases from Winterberry. The small one and then the bigger one. So, well, after pink, lavender is my next favorite color. So, I'm going to put things in them now that I've shown them and take at least one of them downstairs. So, yeah, I didn't really need them, but boy, they sure are pretty. I'm so glad I got them. Next, at Shepherd's Bush, Susan and I got the last 2 bars of lavender lotion bar. Stacy Nash's daughter makes these. You know, I have the fresh linen and I wanted the lavender. So Susan and I got the last 2. Sorry, ladies. And they're hard to find. I was on Stacy Nash's website a week or so ago, and she didn't have any listed. Then I bought Niecy Lynn and I one of these. I think they're just so cute. And I'm thinking that I'll put needles in them for my Christmas stitching. But they actually can hold a gift card. I forget, it's Joyful Stitching is where I got it. I can't remember, I think she modified it so that a gift card would fit in there. And I also got from her If I can get it without spilling everything, I can. 3 fat quarters. A bees with Santa bonnets. Is that adorable? So I'm going to make project bags. I mean, yes, you have to have a bee with Santa hat project bag for Christmas. Then, this was also from the vendor mall. That was from the vendor mall. We found, this is from, let's see, I put her card in here. I guess I should just start wearing my glasses. The Mary Crow. Lorinda Johnson is the owner. I will link her too. But she had these beautiful antique floss drops. So this is puppies and kitties. I think there's kitties in here. I want this. Oh, look, bunnies. Oh my gosh. Are those squirrels? Those are squirrels. I mean, just beautiful. So I got those. And then Niecy Lynn got me this zipper pull with the kitty. She saw the kitty and said, you know, I just had to have it. Of course, that looks like Padme. Then I also got these Americana ones. And 2 more sets of floss drops. Look at these beautiful Christmas ones. Are they gorgeous or what? And they're really solid. It's almost like a thin wood, although I think it is probably thick paper and it's been laminated. I'm not positive, but it's fabulous. Then I got, these are just florals. Just all kinds of florals. And lastly, I got a deer thread organizer. Now, I'm not going to use it as a thread organizer. I will just put this in one of my Stitchy boxes just because it's pretty. So that was from the Mary Crow. Sorry that I'm making noise, but if I don't kind of organize some of this, it won't, it'll take me a week to get everything figured out. Then I got my Tier 3 flosses from Cottage Garden Threads. And I'm just going to hold them up like this. And there's a few more in here. I'm just really enjoying this monthly, I think it's monthly, subscription. Because I do love because I love the variegated. As well as the same color that, you know, goes from lighter to darker. But the variegated just really is up my alley. Then, also from the vendor hall, I got the Stitchers Trio. Now, several of the ladies from Primrose Cottage Stitches were at the retreat. We're at Stitch West. And they are having a retreat sometime in 26. I want to say it's in the summer, but I'm not positive. I don't know if Niecy Lynn and I will try to go to that one or not. I don't think I'm going to want to go to Utah 3 times, plus StitchCon, plus the Floss Tube cruise with Jean Farish, along with Carol, the Saltbox Stitcher, and Mr. Saltbox Stitcher, and Liz and Deb of Country Stitches. I got this because I've got to do the bag. Isn't that gorgeous? It is wonderful. I already have the bag. I have ordered the pearl cottons. It calls for mostly, in fact, it's all DMC. But I didn't have any of the colors that it called for. So I've ordered that through 123 Stitch. I should be getting that shortly. Then I'm in the, I think it's called Circle of Friends. Little help from our friends Stitching Circle through the Silver Needle. And this is our first, I think it's our first one for the year. It says Friends. And this also is from the Shakespeare's Peddler, which, you know, that I just got something else from Shakespeare's Peddler. Oh, it's in my box. So there's Friends, and then here is the linen and the threads. So that will be, I don't know when that'll be. Then I finally broke down and got Night Garden, the 4 flosses by, who's this by? And this is, I got this in the vendors at Stitch West. So I got the 4 flosses, and then at I think it was from Shepherd's Bush that I got the first Night Garden pattern. And this is Pansy Patch and Stitchery, and this is Midnight Posies Pin Pillow. Now I don't think I'll finish it like this. I think I'll just, you know, just square it up right there. So, and there's other Night Garden patterns that I think I'll get. And then from Shepherd's Bush, I got the Blue Flower Tudor Bee. Lovely. Then Niecy Lynn got me Rabbit Rabbit by Ink Circles. Is that cute or what? Then Wendy from the Heart Needle Art. Wendy has a new series this year, and it's the birthstones for each month. Birthstone Quaker series. So this is Dazzling Diamonds. Now I don't think I'm going to stitch it white on beige. I haven't decided yet. And then I love this, Graceful Garnet. And I've ordered the Silken Colors from Shepherd's Bush. That's on my list to get from them. Because I had to have this one, Amazing Aquamarine. And it is the Silken Colors robin's egg that is stitched in. And it is beautiful in person. I mean, absolutely stunning. And then also from the Heart, I got Quaker Bees. Yes, I know. I'm a bee nut. And then I got the MP Motif Sampler. And this is a sampler reproduction. Here's the original, and then here's the one that Wendy recharted. From Shepherd's Bush, I got Hive and Home. Now, Niecy Lynn showed this on her Floss Tube Friday. I'm going, I didn't see that. Why didn't I get one? Hive and Home. Then Susan was at the free table. You know, you can take things that you don't want to throw away, but you know, somebody else might want. And she found this Sarah Moon 1791 Quaker sampler from the Ackworth School. This is huge. It's 271 by 3-something. 271 by 308. This will definitely not be started until after I retire. Then I got July by Shepherd's Bush, just because. No, I think Niecy Lynn got this for me. I didn't get it. She did, because she knows how much I like my red, white, and blue Americana stuff. And then I'm just going to flash this real quick. This was a Nashville 2025 free chart. And it is ready to stitch. Oh, Teresa Kogan. This is the Teresa Kogan. Real quick. Cute. Then the last chart that I got at Shepherd's Bush was from the Cricket, or the Cross-Eyed Cricket. And it's July. But they had converted it and stitched it on Stormy Night, which is Edinburgh, Zweigart Edinburgh Stormy Night, and I got 36 count. I just got a fat quarter. And I got the button pack to go with it. So I do want to start this fairly soon because it's just, well, it's that time to stitch it. Plus, I just love the conversion. I can't wait to show you. Then I got my monthly 40 count Verdal by Bee Stitch Me. You know, I'm in her monthly 40 count Verdal club. And I'm in the neutrals. So this is beautiful. Portobello. And that's showing, oh, maybe just slightly lighter than what it is. I like the light modeling. And it is more of a beigey gray than a gray, definitely. And then I placed 2 orders with Fabric Flare. And I got them both over, like, I think Friday. You know, I'm going to do Moogie Manor with the Roxy Floss Co. conversion. Moogie Manor is by the Blue Flower. It has the cats and the flowers. So I wasn't sure of the colors exactly. So I ordered 2 different paw prints in 36 count even weave. I like them both, but there was one that had tiny, tiny paw prints. And I thought I had put it in my cart, and I didn't. So I ordered those, and while I was looking for paw print fabrics on the Fabric Flare website, they have multicolor paw prints. So I'll put that in my cart. Now, hopefully I'll get that in the next week or 2. And then before, I had used up all of my cherry blossom. So I got another yard. I had already used up a yard of cherry blossom. This is 36 count. I don't know what. Well, I cut 3 pieces for Nisi to do the pear zone. And who does the pears? I can't remember. Is it Annie B's? I can't remember. But anyway, so I kitted the latest one up for Nisi and for me. And then while I was on the website, I had to get abstract Easter birds. This is so pretty. Not sure what I will stitch on. Of course, I say that all the time. Look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Obviously, it needs to be something with birds. And then I got Festive Red. And I just got small pieces of both the Easter birds and this festive, what did it say? Festive Red. I think this is 18 by 19. But wouldn't the Erin Elizabeth, the Believe, done in white on this? I think that would be gorgeous. Or maybe even a golden, not metallic, but a golden floss. Speaking of flosses, I ordered the flosses to go with the Bee Sampler by Pansy Patch and Stitchery. And so I ordered 3 skeins of the Call For from Roxy Floss Co. And that's when I also ordered the Roxy Floss Co. conversion for Moogie Manor. Well, I took the 3 that go with the bees, the Bee Sampler, out. I cannot find them anywhere. I have no earthly idea where I have put those things. So I may have to go back and order more. But now with the tariffs, you know, and now the de minimis is going away. It used to be if you were buying something from out of the country, if it was $800 or less, you did not have to pay the tariff. And that was called the de minimis. Well, now they're reversing that. Everything will have the tariff added to it. So from BU Needleworks, isn't this cute? I love it, love it, love it. I'm going to turn it into a needle minder. I got this beautiful butterfly ribbon. Now, what I'm going to do with it, I think, is I'm going to use it for probably one of the inside of my Stitchy boxes. And then here's her card, so that, you know, if you want to take a screenshot, and I'll link her below and put that there so I'll forget. And then she also is a wool dyer, and she's going to start dyeing linens also. So I got these 4 pieces. These are fat quarters. And then I got these 4 because I like to use, in the middle of my needle books, I like to use wool felt or wool as opposed to acrylic felt, because the wool is much better for your needles. And we're coming to the end, believe it or not. But I have some little tiny things that I went crazy over at Shepherd's Bush. So, first off, let me see if I can find the finishing kit. Here it is. This is the finishing kit for the flag bag. It's the finishing kit for the pin keep and the scissor fob. So you get the whole, everything you need to do the 2 smalls and finish them. So Niecy Lynn, thank you. She got me that too. And then, of course, I had to have bunny floss rings. Adorable. I love them, love them, love them. That was, and those and the rest of this is all from Shepherd's Bush. So I got a few scissor fobs, or zippets, by Lady.Creates that I haven't used yet for my bags. Got Bloom, Meow, and Roof. I got, these are so cute, True Heart Pin Keep, or Pin Cushion. Now, I think I got this one. Niecy Lynn may have given it to me. I don't remember. This one is a pin keep, and it's Friendship. So you get the chart, and then you get the button. Then this one, I'm going to have to put on my glasses to read these. I just can't see well enough. Oh, and this goes with the July one, which is right here. This is Liberty. And then there's the pen. This is Easter Bonnet. Look at the sheep. She has a hat. She has on an Easter bonnet. And there's the Easter bonnet. This one is Joyful You. And again, she's got a bonnet, a stocking. And the last one is something Foggy You All, I think is what that is. And you get the pumpkin button. And then I had to ask for this, but they immediately pulled some more out. Little Eggs Pin Cushion. And this is a complete kit. They had a whole display of these. There must have been 30 different little pin keeps. And again, with the chart, the fabric, and all the finishing supplies. So that was the end of my haul. I have had so much fun going back through all of this. I've already taken pictures to put in my binder so that I, know what I have for all my charts. Except I haven't photographed the little ones. And I'm not sure, I may not, because I have a little box that I have other little things in, just a quick stitch. So I may just not bother to take photos of those. I hope you had a great time with me today. I'm sorry this went a little later than I had wanted or thought it would be. I was going to talk to you about Kenya in this floss tube, and then Tanzania in the following floss tube with photos and just little commentary. However, this is already almost an hour and 15 minutes, so I'm going to put that off another floss tube or another 2 weeks. I appreciate you being with me. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Tell your friends. And I hope you have a wonderful 2 weeks. I will see you back here on 20 May. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful 2 weeks. Love you. Bye.